That's all that we got left now, before the road will run out, before it's time for goodbyes. 4 miles until we're changing our lives. What's at the end of this ride? Don't know just where we'll arrive. But you could be there feeling like yourself. I could be there, be somebody else. We could be alright. You could be there feeling like yourself. I could be there, be somebody else. We could be alright. No looking back, eyes on the road. Only thinking about where we're supposed to go. Don't have a map, just go with the flow. There's certain things we're not supposed to know. 4 miles, that's all that we have left now. That's all that we had time for. Don't know just where we'll arrive. But you could be there feeling like yourself. I could be there, be somebody else. Yeah, we could be alright. You could be there feeling like yourself. I could be there, be somebody else. Yeah, we could be alright. But you could be there feeling like yourself. I could be there, be somebody else. We could be alright. You could be there feeling like yourself. I could be there, be somebody else. We could be alright. We could be alright. We could be alright.
By opening up these balloons, and I'm just gonna do a little sample blow up of each step, just to get an idea of what the colors look like. That way I can decide what orientation I want to stack the balloons. First thing I notice, I do think I used this color before. They have nipples, which is fine. So I could try to double stuff it, but who wants to do that? Let's see how it looks. Let's see what a black balloon looks like stuffed in here. And what kind of difference that makes. Ooh, that makes it a really nice color. Huge difference. Okay, so I want to say that I bought this color before and I didn't like the way it turned out, but I did not stuff it. It completely gets rid of the nipple. And look at how nice this shade is. Just so you know, when you're doing a double stuffed balloon like this, you stick the black in and then you just tie this one, because trying to tie both of these together is really hard to do. So this is where we're at so far. This is maybe a third of the balloons blown up. It's enough that will go for the towers, but I pretty much blew up all of the colors. I'm missing the solid white, and I am missing a white that's got like a tan balloon on the inside, and then a metallic balloon. So, but these are the colors. It looks a little harsh in here because it's kind of dark. Like, these are what the colors look like. So inside, this looked almost like it was gold. I mean, it's definitely warm, and this one looked like silver. That would be pretty. So I've resorted to Band-Aids. I need them on my thumbs as well when I go to finish tying, but I don't know how tall I'm gonna make it. I'm 5 feet, these go up to 7 feet, so we'll start.
I see that smile in those beautiful brown eyes, girl. I hear your voice, it whispers in the dark. Yeah. you make it right. Yeah, girl, everything in my life. You changed my story, yeah, you've taken me so far. I'd cross the ocean for you. I'd dive into the deepest sea. My soul is sold out for you. I'd give you everything that you need.
Okay, so these are the 5-inch balloons. I tried to double stuff them and it's just too much work. It's a nightmare because the pump, it's hard enough for the pump to blow these up on their own. It looks so much worse on camera. What I was going to say is I'm just gonna keep them really deflated so that the balloon itself is pretty dark. I feel like the nipple is showing, but it's showing up on camera much more than it does in real life. So like this small, and I think we're gonna go with it and just try this, a bunch of little tiny itty bitty ones like this. And maybe I can even like let the sides of them show versus it showing this way. I switched angles because I feel like the lighting is a little bit more true. So I made these balloons. This is what the set that I made first, and then I made these ones even smaller. Like I want them to almost look like little pearls, like tiny, to fit in there. So now that I have my 2 quads, I'm gonna tie, this is called a 260 balloon. I'm gonna tie this. So this is where we're at right now.
You'll always be the one I choose, baby. No matter what we go through, always gonna be me and you, baby. We ain't gonna let go, always be the one I choose. Across the ocean for you, I dive into the deepest sea. My soul is sold out for you. I give you everything that you need.
So let's try something new. We're pivoting, and I'm going to try the method of blowing up a little balloon inside of a big balloon. So I just want to start by stretching it out. It does have the seam, and I saw all these techniques to hide the seam. I don't care. I don't think the seam matters. Okay. Let's smooth the air out. This is so challenging. And then just tying it. And then it says to cut off the extra so that it's not like noticeable and floating around in the balloon. Boy, that's risky business. Wait, why I made that little thing? Why has it got that little shape? Ooh, too much. We're making progress. The black balloon was easier to do because it's an actual 12-inch balloon and not a 5-inch like the other one. So I have more of the stretchy cord to kind of work around or work with. And then now that they're in here, I'm gonna blow up the clear plastic balloon and then tie it closed with a white 260 balloon. Else in here, these balloons are so ugly. The balloons on the inside ain't supposed to look like that. Use this pink one because I cut it in half, so I'm gonna twist it. Remember they said, so like do the half point, and then I'm gonna take one and twist it around, and then hold that, and then I'm gonna twist the other one in the opposite direction. These balloons on the other are so ugly. We just don't go with it, you know? I literally need you to like, it's kind of cool though, like this feels like sturdy, like it feels like a plastic, or it feels like the material of a beach ball. So, I mean, but like look at the white, like look at that piece and look at the black. Okay, so I'm also going to try 2 other techniques with these clear balloons. So these are the clear balloons that I got. I got these off of Amazon, and the mistake I made was that I believe that they have wide mouth clear balloons, and I didn't know that until I ordered these ones and realized that it was going to be difficult to get things in this. So another technique I saw is where they cut off the top and then they shove things in through a huge slit through the top, and then use a like melting tool to just melt and reseal the top of it. I don't have a reheating tool, but I do have my flat iron. I'm hoping this doesn't mess up my flat iron with the plastic. I mean, I feel like it might, but I'm hoping I can then, once this cools off, use something to get the residue off. So I want to add two things. I want to try two different balloons. One, I want to add one of these roses, something like this, to the inside of the balloon. And the other one, the girl who's graduating is into books and reading, and so my son has this book that got all ripped and shredded in his backpack, and so I'm gonna take a few pages out and see if I can have this like floating around or like stuck inside of a balloon to go like, you know, in the garland. I think that would be kind of cute. So if it comes out like I'm imagining it, I think it'll be cute. I'm just gonna start by blowing it up first to stretch it out a little bit. I don't want to pop it, so I'm gonna do it a little bit at a time because it says to stretch it this way, but it takes a lot of strength to do that. So I want to just blow it all the way up for the first time and risk it popping. It probably won't, but just in case. Roll this up. Should I do more than one book page? Okay. A slit here, just enough to get my balloon in there. I mean, my scissors in there, my balloon. And then I'm going to continue cutting around that seam.
I know it's hard and we've lost in many ways, but I ain't giving up. Our love will never lose. I'd cross the ocean for you. I'd dive into the deepest sea. My soul is sold out for you. I'd give it everything that you need. Oh, and give me just one chance. Baby, take my hand. Heart's in motion.
Here, so this is completely clean. I'm trying to figure out ways to keep the air from escaping out, because this, there's air all in between these branches, even though it's tight. So, and I want to preserve the stem so that I can take all of this apart. So I'm going to use duct tape, but I don't want duct tape all over the stems. So I'm going to wrap it with tissue first, see if that helps to protect it, and then cover this with duct tape. Okay, so now let's keep tying this around. The stems are a little crooked in the balloon, like, and then look at this. So we'll have like book pages and this. So it is the next morning, and in better lighting, this is more true to what this garland looks like as far as the colors go. That's some of the other balloons that I blew up last night. This one needs work. The air has seeped out of it, so I've got to figure out how to re-blow it back up. But I went ahead, as soon as I woke up first thing, I actually went out in the backyard and got some sun. And then I immediately got started on the balloons for the garland. I didn't record it, I just did it. So I have all of the colors added. Most of these balloons already came double stuffed with a black balloon, but the few that didn't, I stuffed. Like this mauve shade here, I went ahead and stuffed myself. It looks like there's only 2 18-inch balloons in this kit. So that's one, and then, I don't know, and they're both in this color, this like pink, which it's not pink, it's actually a white balloon. So you can see a white balloon next to it. It's a white balloon with, I think, this balloon underneath or inside is what made that color. So we also blew up some, or I also blew up some black balloons, and then I made the little clusters as well. I don't have 5-inch balloons for the black, so I just used these ones. So these ones are a little bit bigger because making them any smaller than this size here, they started to get really weird shaped and have like points and stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and take each quad, use a 260 balloon, which is the long stretchy one, and I'm going to adhere 2 quads together to make a, what do they call that? I don't know. An octuplet. I don't know what it is. Oh, cluster. It's called a cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and start tying the 2 quads together to make a cluster, and then I will come back.
You know, there's a kind of infinite number conceptually. Humans eventually converge on the same answers. It just sort of varies in terms of what you call these things.
So what you're about to watch here is me attempting to tie these balloons together using 2 different techniques. The first technique, I just took 1 balloon from each quad and twisted the necks around each other. The second technique, I used a 260 balloon and attached the 2 balloons, or the 2 quads, to each other by grabbing 1 balloon from each set. I liked the look of the balloons by using the 260 balloon to attach them. I feel like they were a little bit more spread out, and I felt like it was going to be easier for me to structure the loose garland using this technique. So I went ahead and undid the first set of balloons and retied it using the 260 balloon, and then I attached the entire garland using that same technique. I have to be honest, I did not get a good image, photo or video of the finished garland because I had to assemble it the day of on site. And if you can imagine, it was busy and chaotic and whatever, but it did turn out beautiful. I added florals. I had help from a friend who actually, she added florals onto it, and it was really pretty. But you'll see I did do a quick mock-up, so I had a visual of what it was going to look like. So if you see this, just imagine there were florals tucked inside. It was absolutely stunning. There was a 3rd arch that we added to this to make it that much more grand. So once this was completed to the best that I could, not being on site, I took the book that I tore the pages out of to add to the balloons, and I made this beautiful little structure. My friend and I had a Pinterest board going for weeks where we were adding things to it and just kind of playing around with ideas, and she added something very similar to this, and so just utilizing what I had, which was the old torn up book and the leftover florals, I was able to create this, which was a cute little moment added to this vignette that had other little specialized touches for the graduation girl that was added by her mother. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. If you have a favorite moment, please let me know in the comments down below what it is. I would have to say it's this book, that and the balloon with the book pages. There's just something about it. It was the easiest out of the 3 balloons for me to do, but definitely by far my favorite. I will see you in the next one.
I heard him say that all good things fade away, but I'm fighting here to make sure that's not true. No, and I know it's hard and we've lost in many ways, but I ain't giving up. Our love will never lose. I'd cross the ocean for you. I'd dive into the deepest sea. My soul is sold out for you. I give you everything that you need.